And good morning, traders. How we doing today? Happy Wednesday. Wednesday the 15th, January, about 5:30. Look at these bars going off here. These things are just going crazy. Ha! How about that? There's some action for you. Man, oh man. What was the news? I was having some computer difficulties. So our core CPI, month, yearly. So the numbers are coming in. And then we have some people talking. What's it look like on it? Hourly. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. And I just, guys learn where to draw from. Huh. And then you're going to see probably some business right in here. Right in here. Yesterday I was, I made a couple trades. I made one trade. I made a couple trades. One didn't hit. One hit, and I got popped. I got long down here. It's fine. Part of the deal. I'm here to trade today. I'm not getting rich. So there was another content guy talking about the 50%, and I find it fascinating that people use this as a measurement, and it works. I just don't know how to work it. And so his whole theory, and I'm not bagging on the guy. I appreciate the idea because it made me think about it. Because whenever I draw a swing, I draw it from the top of the swing. I don't draw it from the I don't draw it from this gap. But I found it interesting and it worked. I mean, he's like, sell the 50. And my whole thing is, where do you put the stop? Do you up here, cash stop? What do you want to do? And it worked out. I was like, wow, that's really cool. I always have drawn my Fibonacci retracement back to, I use that too, back to the top of the swing because I want to see what 50% of the swing is. This is just 50% of a bar. And maybe that's a whole nother discussion. Anyhow, I was playing with it yesterday because I thought that was fascinating. And this is where I ended up because we just did the bar. I just did the bar. And I'm not bagging on the guy. I'm just saying, hey, you know what? Maybe there's something here I need to learn. I'm always trying to learn something. So at first it kicked off and I was like, wow, that's kind of interesting. Maybe there is something there. And then, and then it kind of toiled with the line and then it caved out. And I had an idea that maybe I'll have there's a stop here. And then I had it, let's do a cash stop, about halfway through. And, it didn't work. So, I don't know who the guy is, but I was just, I know there's so many secrets that are in there, and not that I'm saying that people don't tell you anything, but you find these things by observation. And that to me is the holy grail of this whole thing. Right? Why did I sell that? Right? I got crushed. Why did I sell it? Well, look what's going on. Right? Swing low, swing high. Price comes down. And it gives you a little bounce. I'll just keep doing this here. I don't know. These ones might not work as well. And then it gives you another bounce. And that's not the same. That's not a measured move. And I'm sitting back far away so I can take a look at this. And I'm just trying to figure out, where's the measured move. It's stacking up. It's coming down. I don't know if anybody saw this chunk, but I mean, look at that business there. That is just, oh man. There was people there. They were not going anywhere. they were not going anywhere. That is the bottom of this whole thing. And ultimately, I mean, it wasn't a bad idea, but I was just thinking, maybe we'll have, something in here. So I was following price down as it came down into this space here. And you know what? If you're sitting here going, "Oh my God, I missed all this stuff," forget it. Forget it. Draw the 50. I laugh because I think there's something to it, but I'm not sure. I would not to write it down and to be whatever. Who cares? Don't do it. Use a stop is all I'm saying. So my point is that I had an idea here, like price impulse, shelf, pop, pop, pop. So I got in and I was smart enough to move right there, but I had a little chunk. Give me another piece, give me another bite of the apple, right? Let's just have a system to lean into, And I was watching this all morning long. Come down here, bounces in here, and guys, this is all I do all day. I'm not looking at other charts, doing other things. If it doesn't work for me, I'm not going to spend my time. Because here's the deal: you're going to spend so much energy, time, and effort on this stuff that you have to narrow down your focus. You have to narrow down, and yeah, you can do multiple things at multiple times. That's fine. I get it. I have another business I run. I sit at my desk and I just keep the screen on the background and I'm doing my thing on the side. But look, I'm not looking and chasing and looking for all the different, look at all the different things you can buy. Crypto, Dow, Forex, DAX, NASDAQ. I mean, just it doesn't stop. And you have to, and this is where I started getting good, is that I just focused on one thing. There's a trader that I ran into that has a system. He's a scalper and he does really, really, really well. But he took away some things from me that was causing me problems. I used to have, I'm pointing at my screen, the euro here, the pound here, the Aussie here, the yen here. Like I had all this stuff up and I was just, yeah, it looked cool and it was like, okay, I'm trading now and I'm doing all this stuff, but I wasn't making money. I mean, I'm here to make money, and you can have a screen that glows and it looks like a video game and all this stuff. Guys, I have a monitor and a laptop and a microphone, and that's it. I'm not, if I have to leave to go do something, sometimes I take my kids to school, I'll just pull up my laptop and after I drop them off because I know it's 8:30 and there's stuff going on. So get rid of all that stuff. Get rid of all those things until you're a successful, and I say successful by you're consistently profitable. Are you ever going to, why look at anything else? Find something that works for you and just stick with it. So that's what this trader taught me. And I've had mentors and I've paid for courses. I've done all this stuff. And it was just this one conversation. And he'd been doing the same thing for 10 years. He's just been like, Mike, I've just been grinding away. And then one day I just said, screw it. I threw everything I knew about trading out. And I started looking at price. And I started to see where I could make money. And then he struggled with that for a little bit. And then he started getting better. And he's like, I don't look at anything else other than this chart. I work from 7 to 10 and he's just scalping. Right, he'll see a bar, and he'll get on the other side of it. And now I can do this in hindsight. I can't do it when he's with the way he does it. He has a feeling about it, just like I have a feeling about some things. And I just, and it's all he's trying to catch the motion of the whole thing, right? He's trying to catch the motion of the whole thing. So he wants to catch he probably was in here yesterday, got in here somewhere, and then it just ran on him. And he moves his stop. He'll just move his stop, topped out. And then it's over. And then he doesn't, but it's tough too. It's not like I can't figure out the difference between here. Let's do it here. This bar here and this bar here. Because oftentimes what I do is I'll buy like this bar here, or I'll buy, something where I know I'm on a tangent, but it's just something I'll get in down here, or I'll get in down here. Here's a perfect example, right? And his stop is right behind this big bar here. He'll put a stop behind that. And uh, he just, because he's reading the price, he's got some not Bollinger Bands, but some trend lines. And when they cross, he kind of like starts paying attention into this area. And then so he'll find a way, he sees whatever bar it is, and he'll see the impulse down, and he wants to get this chunk, right? He wants to get this piece here that's moving, and he'll make 20, 30 trades a day, which is exhausting because you're getting, and he sees it as like 3 or 4 trades, because he'll take his total amount that he can trade for the day and he'll chop that into like 10 different bites. And so he can adjust, he can move quick, he can do different, he's glued to the screen in a way that I can't commit myself. So there's a lot of different things, and there's so many different ways to trade. If you're trading if you're trading the hourly, I'm going to buy it down here and I'm going to sell it right here. Right? What else do you need to do? Right? You can just say, okay, I'm just going to buy everything down here. And yeah, you're going to get stopped out. I mean, I don't know. I can draw up the places where, sellers and buyers are at, and then just trade those zones, knowing that you're probably going to get wiped out at some point. Hey, let's for kicks and giggles. Let's see if that right there, 50%. That goes right. I don't know where to put my stop. That's my problem. I am fascinated by it though. I look at the 50% oftentimes because it does work out. Where do you put your stop? Right? Where are you going to put your stop? This thing comes back. This thing starts here. It goes to here. It pulls back 50%. Where do you put your stop? That's it. If I could figure that one out, then I will be able to talk more about it. So anyhow, yeah, I'm bummed I missed the trade yesterday. Who cares? I'll probably miss one today and I'll get one tomorrow. Who knows? Who knows? But anyhow, I just, had the impulse down to draw a shelf here. I see it's just junky. It's tough trading, guys. I'm not gonna lie, dude. This is tough. This isn't easy stuff, that we're I don't you map out your swings. You see all that stuff? That's why we got to take a lot of time on it. Practice your swings. Practice your swings. Practice your swings. Understand what gets you in, what gets you out. So anyhow, back to my mess yesterday. Where's that? Right here. I had the impulse leg, real nice impulse. I had a shelf and a teeny tiny little spot there. So I just looked at it and said, okay, that's enough for me. And I realize this is kind of funky, but it's, they all come in different forms, shapes and forms and different, things. So I'm always, I'm not married to certain, look at this one turn, like the flow's going down. All right, you're here. Okay. Put yourself in this spot. Impulse leg down. I drew this one here. Impulse leg down. I I I took that aside there. I said somewhere in here, there's got to be that. Yeah, there was a cell on the backside, but the problem I had with that is that I didn't have anything here. Right? So that to me was not a trade. When I moved over here, come on. I've had these computer problems and I don't know what the gremlins are up to. I don't think that's a bad idea. I mean, the only thing I had wrong was the flow was turning and that's it. But step one, impulse leg. Step two, shelf. Step three, wash the shelf. Step four, it kind of gave it a little retest, and then it just gave me that little extra indicator, and then it just took off. And I was at a point where I just said, well, let's see what happens. And then I didn't turn. I don't necessarily like to turn around that fast to be like, oh, I'm going to get another trade, because that means that I'm being impulsive, and I know that being impulsive um, uh, harms your bottom line. So I just, I saw it, but I didn't really feel like it was necessary to. Ultimately I was hoping for something else to show up that would give us, But shoot, look at that. I mean, that thing took off. There's your weekend. You don't need to trade for the rest of the week on this thing. And you're here, yeah, right. Perfect. That's almost a 10-to-1 trade, I bet. Yeah, 10-to-1 trade. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. And the thing is that prices, or you don't know, but price likes to pull into this zone, this pressure cooker, and then look, it just blew right past the pressure cooker this morning, right? It just blew on by. I saw this one over here too, because I was actually looking at this for another continuation up into there. But see my buddy Bill, be like Mike, he'll have his indicators will start, and he'll be like, I'll buy that right there. The problem I have is I would have bought that, right? And look at that. It's not so much that you can place orders that you can place an order right behind this guy. I've had that happen, and it just sucks my order up and goes the other way, and I'm on the wrong side of the swing. I'm selling with buyers, and that's my other challenge with what Bill does, is that he's selling here with the buyers, with the sellers, I should say. I don't have that. I can't see it that well. I'll buy here, or I'll buy here, and I'll get, just like, okay, it's headed down, it's made this top, and then it goes up there, and then I'm just upside down on the whole thing, and then I got a terrible stop. So I'm like, well, why don't I just, and he's like, well, I don't want to miss a trade. I don't. It's frustrating because he does really well, but I don't know what he's doing. I don't know what he's doing. He'll buy it. He'll be like, he'll see it. It'll be back down here or something. Or he'll see, and maybe he's deeper in the pullback when he sees it. He'll see his piece of some under. I don't know. I got enough challenges on my own. I don't need to worry about Bill. We're both doing well, so it's not that. We're doing okay. Then there's another one. It was 12:30. I'm not trading at 12:30, guys. I'm not doing it. Right? I've done that before. It's not fun trading because you're just gripping, and then at the end of the day, it's like, oh, I got, it doesn't take much for this thing to go donk donk, and you're like, oh yeah, what happened? Well, you have to base this thing. So anyhow, we're gonna watch today overnight. Whatever the news was, something came. Whatever that. What was the news? It was Wednesday core CPI, and then this afternoon, tomorrow we've got sales, and Friday should be pretty dead. So map your swings. Stay out of frustration island. If use a stop, use a size down. You're not getting rich tomorrow. You're not making $5,000 in 3 hours. I mean, come on. Come on. Who does that? You really think that happens? I know it doesn't happen. I don't know anybody that does it. Unless you're trading like, $10 million. I mean, I don't know. Whatever that is. God, I'm just fascinated by this whole thing. Because I use like when I see a swing, price, I would measure this here and say, okay, here's my swing. Price pulled back to the 50, but I have to figure out if I buy the 50, that's just huge. Where do you put a stop? But see, I'm telling you, man, everyone has a different style, so they can do it. If they are profitable, then they can tell you how to do it. That's not me. I'm profitable because I follow my system. God, it's great though, right? I wasn't trading that. It was too late. And who knows? What am I going to get? I would have got. I would have. And the other thing, guys, is I'm not trading to make up for that loss, right? I'm trading to get my nut for the day. So anyhow, we'll talk later. Have a good one. Enjoy Wednesday, I guess. Yeah, look at this. There's a lot going on here. I'm just, I was drawn earlier, and then I had computer problems, and then I'm just kind of now getting back into it. It's about 10 to 6. Hopefully you get this in the next, 15, 20 minutes. I'll have it up, and you can hopefully glean something from it. Remember, guys, what you're looking for. You're looking for, hold up, I got it real quick. Where's it at? 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 Oh, I had it. It's the anatomy of a trade. Anatomy of a 3-to-1 trade. Here we go. This is all you're looking for, gentlemen. Impulse leg, shelf, wash, test the low, enter on the backside, follow the impulse down. You're trying to get the last train out of the station. The last train out of the station. That's what you're looking for. All right, we'll talk later.